What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Tuesday. Hope you woke up feeling good. Good morning. Welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. Whether you're watching on IGTV, Facebook or YouTube, it's a pleasure to have you here and appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So thank you. If you was at DLT Con in September, you witnessed and was one of the first to see Vanguard's SPQR's presentation on Vanguard. It was incredible, to say the least. It was a great presentation with some even better information. So to the SPQR boys for what they presented that day, well done. It was great. Check their YouTube out. They've put a cleaner version on because we had audio trouble on the day and that, so go and check that out. I'm going to read through a Forbes article now from May the 30th, 2019. Little bit old, so before you come running in the comments, that's fucking old news this, I know, and I'm not presenting it as new news, dickhead, so jog on, right? This is old news from May, but you may not have fucking heard it. So, Vanguard is now using blockchain technology to help manage 1.3 trillion in index funds. Vanguard, the 44-year-old mutual giant famous for popularizing index investing, has completed one of the most noteworthy implementations of blockchain technology for financial institutions to date. It's now using blockchain, a distributed ledger software that underpins cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, to help manage data for some of its most widely used financial products, including its largest mutual fund, the 800 billion total stock market index fund. Ooh. Since February, Vanguard has been using a blockchain product to ingest data for 1.3 trillion worth of funds, 1/4 of its total 5.2 trillion in assets under management. Many financial institutions have been implementing and testing blockchain on a limited scale, as Forbes recently reported in our first ever Blockchain 50 list, but Vanguard's project is live, as the back-end platform powering millions of customer accounts is likely the first major financial institution using blockchain for its core service. The company behind Vanguard's blockchain experiment is Symbiont, a 6-year-old New York startup with 75 employees. Symbiont's products aim to serve different functions for financial institutions, ranging from tracking the full life cycle of mortgage security to settling securities trades. For now, Vanguard uses Symbiont just to manage index data. The data source Vanguard uses for its mutual fund indexes isn't changing. What's new is its process for pulling in the data. Since 2012, Vanguard has used the Center for Research in Security Prices, CRSP, a research center at the University of Chicago, to support many of its indexes. CRSP indexes are baskets of securities that aim to mirror the value of a given market, as research dictates what stocks should be included in a given index, what their concentration should be. I had to get up a bit too early at times to fucking read, man. It's 5:45, if anyone's wondering, AM. Before working with Symbiont, Vanguard used a manual process to update its CRSP-based indexes. It received individual files with point-in-time securities data. Then it had to clean that data, load it into a separate database, and perform checks to ensure its accuracy. All day long, that's what he was doing. All day long throughout the day, we had data teams members making sure they could keep the data in sync with what CRSP had in mind. He says, with Symbiont's blockchain platform assembly, Vanguard has a synchronized database that is constantly updating every time CRSP makes a change to the index. No more manual updates or manual pulling of data. No more manual reconciliations. Technically, you don't need a blockchain to get instant updates to a shared database. That could be done with older technology. But Symbiont has pursued a blockchain architecture to try and increase client trust. Its blockchain aims to serve as an independent third party that holds information securely across a network of computers that Symbiont doesn't own. They are owned by the organizations participating in the shared blockchain ledger, preventing Vanguard from having to trust the startup to keep the data safe. For now, Vanguard, Symbiont and CRSP are the only organizations with access to the index data blockchain, but Ron Papnek, a managing director at Symbiont, says half a dozen other asset managers have run test versions of the software and are considering participating. Vanguard first started working on this project in mid-2017 and using a team of less than 10 people. Took nearly two. It's fucking TWO, man. Took nearly 2 years to go live. One of the challenges in a highly regulated industry is just lack of familiarity. Pennington says that's what takes time, letting people get familiar. Much is at stake. Any errors can cause Vanguard's funds to fall out of sync with the markets they're trying to track, which would lower the quality of its products and could scare off investors. For Vanguard, funds that use CRSP indexes, Symbiont's software has fully replaced Vanguard's old system of manual data updates. Pennington says Symbiont software saved time for Vanguard, but that's not the primary goal. It's more like an R&D investment with an actual deployment as a result, which truly improved the way we run our fund. They're not yet ready to use a blockchain to replace higher stakes processes like clearing trades, but it's not ruling it out in the future. This project isn't the end, he says. It's a step where we thought we would get more comfortable. Interesting. Of course, it's just a step towards what's going to be the internet of value, and everyone's going to be a part of it. They're just being careful. Can't expect someone who's managing funds of up to 5 trillion to just start blasting it through fucking XRP ledger straight away. You can't just expect that. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying, but to expect it's a little bit. I mean, that's a lot of value, 5 trillion. But in the future, as people gain more trust with the new technology and they understand it more, we saw Brad Garlinghouse last night. Saw Brad Garlinghouse talking again. The same flaming interview he's been having 2, 3, 4 years. But it was like I'm all in one, wasn't it? Everything he's ever said, it was beautiful. I did watch it all, so I might miss a little bit towards the end. But that man just knows how to talk cross-border payments, doesn't he? He just knows how to just let people know that the current banking system's shit and that they've got a decent solution. But what he's not really doing, he's not really saying, oh yeah, and then after that we've got internet of value, we can trade anything of value, there's going to be smart contracts, there's going to be this platform, that platform. What he says is we don't really know what it's going to look like, innit? Do you know what I mean? He says, oh, it's gonna breach into every industry in the end, and we just don't really know what it's gonna look like. And all these institutions with his 5 trillions worth of assets don't really know how it's gonna work and don't really understand it, and all waiting for these other institutions of trust. What did they say the other week? We will store, secure and insure your digital assets, baby. That is a slogan. If you want to open yourself, want to open your own poly sign or custodial service, it's a good slogan. It's another day closer at the end of the day. However long it takes, we're another day closer. However long it takes, we still have a little time to accumulate some more XRP. and even other cryptos, IOTA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything you feel like you want to invest in, you go and invest in it. Just throw a little bit of money in you're willing to lose. Stop paying your fucking pension. Stop paying into your private pensions and start buying some fucking digital assets. Accumulate and wait. Live long and hodl. You know the script. We love crypto, we love XRP, and we love you. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're halfway through after today. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. Get happy, get healthy. Peace.